Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. Today I'm going to do a good old-fashioned empties. I used to really not care about watching these videos, but then I kind of realized it's more interesting than favorites in a way, because these are products that, despite maybe not being my absolute favorites, are clearly products that I kept reaching for and using over and over, meaning they just did the job they're supposed to do and I really enjoyed using them. They should just be favorites, but sometimes you forget about them, you know? They become so much part of your everyday life, which is a good thing. So let's get straight into it. Let's start off with a body wash. This is the Soltaire Black Tide Skin Hydrating Serum Body Wash. These do come with an attachment pump, and so you see all the shower marks on it, because this was in my shower for a good 3 months. I used this solidly for 3 months before it ran out. Fair enough, I was opening it and tipping it out kind of thing right towards the end, but this just smells so good. It's almost like a really unique scent that's kind of like those musky, kind of dark kind of scents that I like from my fragrances, but also really refreshing and uplifting in some way as well, which I like in my body washes. They call these serum body washes because they do have that real serum texture to them. Sorry, I'm a little bit bunged up as well, so I might have to cut a little bit because I'll be sniffing and stuff. But they've got microalgae in here, incredibly hydrating and moisturizing, as well as hyaluronic acid, hydrating for the skin. Squalane, again, really moisturizing without being greasy, and Brazil nut oils as well to, they say, intensely nourish. And this is really nice. It's a really nice foaming, gently foaming body wash that not only gives you a really nice sensorial experience, but really does leave your skin feeling soft and smooth and not starving for moisture like a lot of generic body washes do. And I like the fact that there's a lot of popular skincare ingredients for your face in this body wash, because I feel like a lot of generic body washes just kind of have, things that need to be in it to clean you, and then some smell, whatever they decide that is, weird things like cotton and what's the other one? There's always mint and lemon. But the Soltaire body washes and even their deodorants just kind of bring a whole new kind of experience to showering for me. I know that sounds really dramatic. I enjoy it, and the Soltaire ones, I bought all their body washes. I got gifted a few as well, but they're all in a line ready to go, and I'm just circulating through these, and a few Naturium ones as well. But the fragrances that come with these are just incredible. This is my favorite one by far, and I wish I hadn't used it up so soon. Next up is a mist. I used to never be interested in mist because I think people thought they did a lot more than they do. It's kind of like toners. I love toners, but I'm under no impression that they do anything other than hydrate the skin. And if they've got, some kind of beneficial ingredients in, that's nice too, but they may as well be an essence or a serum. Essence and serums are kind of interchangeable, but I do like a mist to help hydrate my skin, especially straight out the shower between each step, because rather than having to pour something into your hand and then tap over the face, a mist is just so easy to apply. One of my favorites is the Biodiani Infusing Collagen Concentrate Mist. This is an old one, and I'm nearly done with a new one as well. I mean, their product description says that it's an anti-wrinkle product, but we know collagen applied topically like this isn't going to give you those anti-wrinkle, anti-aging effects in any way, but it is very, very good at moisturizing your skin. Then we have other hydrating ingredients in here. We have butylene glycol, we have aloe leaf juice, glycerin, we also have hydrolyzed collagen, obviously, but then we also have niacinamide as well. So really, it's just a nice hydrating, moisturizing, soothing spritz that's great to rehydrate your skin, and then kind of add that dampness back to your skin to then moisturize over or apply a serum over if you really kind of want to reap the benefits of a lot of hydrating products. So yeah, I love it. I don't know what it is. It's just nice. It's just a nice one to use. Very convenient as well. Next up is one I've discussed on and off, and it actually sits there next to the gold silver Pikachu just there, but it's been empty for ages now. This is the Kira Moon Silky Rinse. This is their ceramide and rose water gentle hydrating facial cleanser. I'm not a fan of rose, but this doesn't really smell like rose at all. It kind of smells like, it first will remind me of watermelon in a strange way. And it's got raspberry extract in here as well, which does kind of give it this sweet, fruity scent to it. So much like a lot of facial cleansers nowadays, this is pH balanced, non-stripping. It truly doesn't strip the skin. It doesn't leave you feeling parched in any way. And it's very good at working as a double cleanser as well. So key ingredients, we have ceramides, again, great for helping with your skin barrier, your skin function in general. Squalane, nicely moisturizing, is an oil without being greasy, found naturally within our skin. Rose water, I can give or take rose water, to be honest with you. Then raspberry extract. Raspberry extract is an antioxidant. And then we have some of my favorites. Aloe, again, we have in here, we have glycerin. We have cucumber fruit extract, which is lovely and soothing as well. And you can actually smell that. It's just a really, really nice cleanser to use. I've got backups of these. Again, great for all skin types, I would say. The only thing I would say when it comes to like, kind of like user friendliness is because I keep this in my shower, well, kept it in my shower. This is kind of annoying to like do, then put back on. Maybe if it just twisted and you could, you know, those ones where you twist it and then like a hole appears at the top. That would be easier. And then you just twist, squeeze, and then put back down. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. That's me being super picky, but I love it. It's a great cleanser. Another cleanser that I love is the Bioma Creamy Jelly Cleanser. Again, a little bit gross looking because it's in my shower constantly. But again, it's very similar in the sense that it's ceramide focused. So very, very good for irritated skin, damaged skin, helping boost the skin barrier with triceramide complex, licorice root, great for evening out skin tone, and green tea, which is a great antioxidant, very soothing. Now, can I just say something? In a previous video, I said how I don't like how Good Molecules list all their ingredient percentages on their packaging. The percentages, I feel that we aren't cosmetic chemists, you know, like for example, 10% caprylglycol glycol, like we don't know what that means. We don't care what that means, you know, it's just kind of like an ingredient that's added in to help the product be a product. We don't need to know what percentage is in there. Of course, I think it's important to know every single ingredient in that skincare product. Just, I don't think we need to know the percentages other than the advertised key ingredients, the actives, of course. But you know, there's a lot of confusion with like the 1% line, you know, there's too much water in this product, all that kind of stuff that I don't think, unless you're a cosmetic chemist, you're going to understand. What I love that Bioma do is they list all their ingredients, which I think every brand should do, but they say what they are. So for example, Aqua is a carrier. They have their cleansing ingredients, stabilizers, humectants, skin conditioners, emulsifier, skin conditioner, preservative. I think that's way more interesting and we can learn from that rather than just having a percentage. A few people mentioned about maybe they do that because of allergies, but I feel like if you're allergic to something within cosmetics, you're told to avoid it rather than only use a certain percentage a certain amount of times a day or week or whatever. So I think that's actually really useful and interesting compared to Good Molecules percentages of every ingredient. You know what I mean? But yeah, great cleanser. Going back to a mist again, this is the R&R Mineral Mist by Undefined Beauty. I absolutely love their sunscreen. Their sunscreen goes with me everywhere. It's a nice travel size and it comes everywhere with me. I love it. It's the only tinted sunscreen that doesn't leave me looking yellow and gives me a really nice dewy glow. Like I'll go out to a lot of places and people be like, your skin's nice. Like, are you wearing makeup? Like, no, I'm just wearing a tinted sunscreen. This is the R&R Mineral Mist, and I'll be honest, I don't really know what this does, but I just loved it again as a soothing mist between each step. And they say this is a balancing and soothing mist with magnesium, sea kelp, and niacinamide. So they say that the mineral-rich prebiotic mist taps into powerful plant magic sea kelp, a kakadu plum, so great vitamin C, tremella mushroom, which hydrates, sea kelp soothes, and magnesium helps deepen the penetration of the ingredients, which I find super, super interesting. And of course, niacinamide. Everyone has niacinamide. It's a good ingredient. And I don't know if you can see, it's nearly empty. We're nearly there. I got a few more spritz left, but there's usually like little bits floating in it. So you just shake it up like this and then spritz over the face. It's just honestly a really, really soothing mist. I really like it, especially when my skin's irritated. I spritz over, it calms, it soothes. It was great during summer when it was really hot and I was coming back from dog walks with like red rosacea cheeks and I just like and like calm my skin the fuck down. I absolutely loved it. Let's talk about serum. This is the Haniel Powerful Bean Firming Serum. I finished this a good few months ago, but really I just loved it. It is an anti-aging, well-aging product, but I didn't really use it for those benefits, to be honest with you. As I mentioned, I get Botox, I get filler, so I'm not really looking for products to help with fine lines and stuff other than, you know, their claim. So this has bean oil and phytosterol to give a firming effect to the core of your skin, and peptide F which helps penetrate into your skin, helping give a firming effect. And that's what I will say. Between Botox, I stopped having Botox for a while, and nothing replaces Botox. I'm not saying that's what this did. What I'm saying is because I didn't have Botox, I was able to give like anti-aging, well-aging products a good try for about 8 months. For a while. I tried a couple. And this is one of those that I really do feel like kept my skin looking firm and taut and tight. Because I'm getting on. I'm getting a bit like, I feel like I'm going to have to get my eyelids unsagged soon. They're not saggy, but they're going there. And this just made my skin look really happy and healthy all the time. It's $35 for this bottle, 30 ml, which is kind of standard for a serum. But yeah, it just made my skin look really good. I'll say it, my skin looked great for a while. Really good when I was using this. I got their moisturizer, which I want to try again. So if you're looking for a serum that's just kind of gonna give your skin a bit of like a kick in the ass, a bit of a pick me up, make your skin look a little bit more taut after maybe 2 months I saw a really good difference. This might be a good one to go for. Really quickly, because these are boring as hell, and I've talked about them non-stop. The Bioderma micellar water, red flavour, I absolutely love. I love all their micellar waters, but I've definitely been taking a break from constantly cleansing with water if I've been sat at home for like a day and I've not gone anywhere. And this has been amazing. As you can see, I love it. I got another huge bottle of this. It's the only micellar water I can use that doesn't irritate very sensitive corners of my face, areas of my face, doesn't dry me out completely, and that I don't feel like I have to wash off because my face gets itchy. I'm very sensitive to micellar water, and this one has been amazing. And then the Ordinary's Glycolic Acid 7% toning solution. I use this on my armpits. Like once, 2 to 3 times a week, as well as deodorant, obviously, but it just stops any kind of smell. I can't remember why or how. I started using this when Michelle from Lab Muffin, said that she used it as a deodorant, and it's so good. It's really, really good. Like, there could be a day where I forget to put deodorant on, and I smell fine because I've been using this, and it's kind of like evening out. So I used to use a really strong roll-on deodorant that definitely kind of darkened and irritated my underarms. Nothing wrong with dark underarms if it's part of your natural kind of, tone. Everyone's got like dark elbows, pits, bits, all that kind of stuff. But I feel like it was some irritation rather. Like it like rashed and then it went dark. So I'm guessing it's like after effects of that. Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation maybe. And this seems to be evening that back out to a normal kind of tone under my armpits. So yeah, but more so I just like it as a deodorant. I've really been enjoying it as a deodorant. And that's it for my empties for now. I've emptied a few more, but I usually just recycle them because I forget that I should save empties for empties videos. But let me know if you've used any of these or if you're interested in using any of these in the comments down below. You can watch some more product reviews here and some general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.